Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the June 19th, 2026 version of the Pima County Election Integrity Commission meeting. And happy Juneteenth to those of you that are celebrating that today. If you would, please rise if you're able and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I think the flag is over here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Commissioner Holloway. Commissioner DeLarge.
Here.
Commissioner Mays. Commissioner Sullivan.
Here.
Commissioner Smith. Commissioner Strabela.
Here.
Commissioner Wicks.
Here.
And the chair is here. We have 5. We need 6 for a quorum, so unless somebody else shows up, we cannot conduct any business today, although we can discuss. Call to the public if there's anybody that would like to address the commission.
Is this going to actually be a meeting, Brian, or are we waiting on somebody?
We started on time. If somebody shows up, we know of 4 that aren't going to be here.
Okay, go ahead.
And if you would, please state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
Good morning, Commission. It's been a while. I'm here today with concerns about the upcoming federal elections and how they will be run. If this committee thinks that Argentina incident was about oil, you might want to think that one again. If you think the Trump executive order won't fly, you may want to think that one again. While I understand that Arizona is one of the states challenging Trump's executive order, I seriously don't think these challenges will matter. Why would I say that? If you don't understand how President Trump does business, then I submit you're in for a big surprise. It's possible you've been watching too much Commie News Network or MSLSD or the Alphabet channels, and that's why you haven't heard the real truth. All Trump has to do is declare national emergency and no challenges will work. And I expect that's what he'll do. It's like the communist mayor we have, Regina Romero. Member of the Communist Party USA, got the proof right back there. Forces mail-in ballots on us. Forces mail-in ballots on us. That disenfranchises me because I don't want to mail in my ballot. And she does it under the guise or the header of climate emergency. Considering the Democrats are constantly complaining about disenfranchisement, I submit at least one that the communist mayor of Tucson needs a little bit of education. When Trump's EO finally does take effect, under the current vote center model, there will be lines around the corner and people waiting to vote. There will be some that leave because it will take too long to vote. Isn't that disenfranchisement? The only way I can see avoiding very long lines is to revert back to the precinct model. Democrats have worked tirelessly to put vote center model into effect because it facilitates some of the irregular activity we've uncovered. That's just one reason. So, this was for Constance. I would like to know what the contingency plans are. As a poll worker, frankly, I don't think I would want to work if we're in the vote center model because of lines that go around the corner. If there's no mail-in ballots, which is part of that EO, then Arizona's going to be in trouble. Okay? I don't want to stay up until midnight counting ballots. And one final question for the Democrat Party in general. If the Democrat Party is all about no kings, why were the Democrats giving King Charles standing ovations when he was here recently? Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else?
Yeah. I have questions for the elections director and for the recorder. and I hope you will forward those to them. Good morning. My name is Gisela Aaron, and I live in Rita Ranch. I recently attended online training and in-person training for the upcoming elections. Election day seems secure with all parties keeping eyes on ballots and the process. However, I have no confidence in the early voting nor the 10 days plus tabulating ballots after election day. My questions are as follows. Will the mobile voting bus be deployed countywide? If not, why not? Regarding third-party vendors, do you still employ Mr. Shiva Prasad of Thelios? Remember the vice reporter said here that he holds and merges Pima County voter rolls in his home on his computer, and that he has the highest level of access, which implies he could add or delete voters as needed. United for Freedom, an oversight group, compared Arizona's 22 and 24 voter rolls, and they found inaccurate voter rolls such as duplicate voters, ghost voters, incomplete addresses, people who voted before they were registered, voters that were older than 115 years old, and registrations without proof of citizenship. They found election violations of more 1.3 million in 22 and 1.8 million in 24. Arizona had, according to them, a 26.7 registration error rate in violation of HAVA, the National Voter Registration Act, the Constitution, and Pima County and Maricopa County are the main offenders. This is for the record again. Your chain of custody forms went from having no record of couriers in 2020, and I provided those forms to you if you recall 2 or 3 years ago. They went from having no courier on the form to having 1 in 22 to having 2 couriers in 24, but only by initials. So this is impeding proper chain of custody, and importantly, during early voting in the 24 election, your chain of custody implicates these couriers as having picked up 66 times ballot boxes and having kept them overnight for 2 or 3 nights. That's your own chain of custody documents that proves that. It's a catastrophic loss of chain of custody and a criminal offense. It's a huge opportunity for fraudulent ballot insertion during early voting. Ms. Hargrove sold us the lie, the big lie, that technology such as e-poll books would give us results much faster. But it takes now 2 weeks after election day to know who has won. Again, an opportunity for ballot insertion when observers are gone. Ms. Hargrove also said centralized voting centers will be more convenient to voters, but that's not the case. Having less places to vote is indeed voter suppression and violates our civil rights. Voters still vote at the closest location near their home. In fact, less locations and further distances disenfranchise everyone, but more importantly, the elderly.
Your time is up. If you'd wrap it up, please.
Elections has 50 cameras in the building for security, but the camera on the ballot storage unit had been broken. Has this been fixed yet? Please provide an online view of the door to the voted ballot storage unit. When observing, I noticed that most election office computers were made by China, by Levono, which is a Chinese company. That is in violation of Arizona requirement that all election equipment software chips are made in the USA. I would like for you to ask these questions, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the commission? And I believe by my count, we still do not have a quorum. So no business, no action can be taken. Nothing on legislative updates. Commissioner Stradel, would you like to talk about item B, which is, I believe, something we were concerned about?
Yeah, so fellow commissioners, I was reading the March executive order and trying to understand what it means, both at a federal level and a state and local level. And one of the big concerns I have as I read it is the requirement to have documented proof of citizenship to vote. And what it brought up in my mind is that the current process for voters in the state of Arizona that we classify as federal voters don't have documented proof of citizenship, or there's a lack of recorded documented proof of citizenship, which is probably a better way to say it. And my concern is to be compliant with the executive order. What does that mean to the federal-only voters that we currently have registered in Arizona and their ability to vote, and any future voters that we get added to our Arizona and Pima County voter rolls that are federal-only? Are they allowed to vote? Are they not allowed to vote? Do they need to be pruned from the voter rolls? I don't know. I just know that we need official input from the recorder and/or the elections office as to how that disconnect needs to be dealt with.
Okay. Anybody have any input, insight, comments, questions? Okay. And I believe the elections department staff is not here. It's just you. All right. Future agenda items. Anybody have anything that they would like on the next agenda? To keep from getting overly broad, I would like on next month's agenda, or the next meeting's agenda, discussion of the information provided in yesterday's Arizona Daily Star regarding the lawsuit that the Republican Party has filed. And the next meeting on the agenda is July 17th. I believe the commission voted a couple of months ago because of the primary election not to meet in July. So that won't be, I believe, August 21st would be the next election or meeting day?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have a problem with August 21st? And maybe we'll have a quorum. Vacation should be over with by then.
So
Arthur should be loyal.
are we skipping July the 17th and skip to August 21st?
Yeah, because it's like 3 or 4 days from the primary election. So nobody from the recorder's office will be here. Nobody from elections will be here.
Okay.
Any other business that needs to come before the commission? Hearing none, the meeting stands adjourned. Thank you all for being here, and we will see you on August 21st.